Ding, when you're done. Ding, when you're done. Ding, when you're done. Definitely don't want to assume anyone's gender anymore. So, screenshot that, and you're going to false report me for racism. Someone grab a screenshot of that. So, now you want to come in trying to false strike people. Got it. Stupid fucking bitch. Your daddy should have swallowed you when you were conceived. Stitches. Stitches over there. Stitches over there. I'm doing a drive-by, Doc. I'm headed down by St. Louis. The sock account. Hey, you're more than welcome to come to Peoria, Illinois, and we can play Army Men. 483 Pontiac Virtual Bill for partners and that fire in County Federal 40 minutes.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, sock account.
Oh, fuck, I'm listening. I'm trying the temporary chicken Big Mac.
That's right, Charlie. Guess they don't know about me, huh? Big dog.
Well, it's messy. It looks so messy.
Sock account 69. I'm the type of motherfucker that when I'm in a room,
In Oklahoma.
and someone stands up to fucking start shit with me, the whole back of the room stands up behind me, got my back.
But he got some trolls rolling up in there, don't he?
What's up, Filming Unlimited?
I was having fun on X last night. Oklahoma, you should check it out.
It's fun playing around a little bit, though, Tommy. Jamie Paxton, huh? Thank you for the follow. Tommy, I ain't even got to do anything. I got the best fucking chat on the internet. The best chatters. I'll put it that way.
It seems that way. I'll get on the road as soon as I finish eating. Cops just had somebody pulled over here. I'm in the Walmart parking lot here. I don't want to try and eat a Big Mac driving home. I'm too far away from home. Wasn't going to let it get cold. Hey, Brian M. Welcome.
Hi, everyone except for Chelsea.
Everybody, welcome Brian M. I'm on Rumble.
Oh, boy. Chelsea!
It's all right.
Rachel!
It's all right. I think I like the regular batter, but I wanted to try it before, because it's limited time. I wanted to try it before it went away. So I can say I've tried it. But yeah. I prefer the regular. It's so big because these chicken patties are so much bigger than the little single beef patties. Worry about a Big Mac when you got a beard like this, man. You go through the napkins.
ITN. That's soon to be an ex-wife of an Elkhart Police Department officer. Exactly, right? That's why I told you.
Ooh. I don't know if I can eat this whole thing.
It was an officer that was giving fucking famously a hard time. Even funnier now.
You had any issues with that laptop?
I've already been there, ITN. What you talking about?
Put the glasses off while I'm not driving.
I don't know.
I just caused a fight.
I know. Fuck you, Coco.
Well, I don't thank me anymore, Mub. Just want to make sure it's working right. If you have any issues. Good to see you, JC. I need to delete that I tried setting it up when I was at the detox, and it failed, and then it was starting to do some weird shit when I tried to start up the thing. Excuse me. You only get one, excuse me. Texas gals, Hope, good to see you. We're going to be on the road in a minute. I'm just trying to grab a bite.
Sort of idea, but my response was his actual name.
You got decent internet there at the house? Or are you jumping on somebody's guest? Hey, Squirrely, what up? Testing, testes, testing.
I know. Wag away.
Testing the testes. I'm listening to Callahan, Trucking with Callahan. He's going to be driving too, or he's driving. He's been driving for a few hours now.
Yeah, that event will live in infamy now, huh?
If I hear something good on the scanner, I'm going to want to chase it down.
Right now, right now. Ding, brother, dun, ding, brother, dun.
I think Mark Levin's
I
on
told
time.
you, Dreamy. Now, Hammy, I don't think it's what you're thinking. They talk a lot like King Brother Dung Boy.
Actually sounds really good. Wifey had some soup. She's not feeling too good. Sinus shit with all this wet and cold weather. And it got warm today. She can't handle the temperature swings very well.
Uh-oh, out there with the ATV trails? Oh, no, we got the car to the north down here.
What is hey, Texas gal, what does HOPE mean, the acronym? Liking applause.
Yeah, that's right, yes, right. After that Crown Royal.
Shit, gone. Picked up like 30 subscribers with that De Niro short. I'm thinking some of these newer people popping in are from that. Toast for life. What up, buddy? Got me eating.
your dinner. We'll see you in a few days. Night, Tommy. Love you, brother.
Hey, Sylvia.
Talk to you soon.
Got to clear up that other one, the upcoming one. Rumble Studio crashed when I was setting it up.
Soccer Cow 69. You see this? You can't fuck with this fucking family, bro.
Where am I at? I'm in, I guess, the outskirts of Fremont. I'm in the parking lot of the Walmart in Fremont. Getting ready to jump on the turnpike, heading home. Starving. I wanted to try this this chicken Big Mac. Nothing special, that's for sure. The fries are good, of course, but chicken Big Mac's really nothing special. I don't know, Fremont. Normally, if I take 20 home, but I'm taking the turnpike home. He's sitting in his car. Yeah. I don't think they can see. I don't know. Is it showing on the screen? Too small to see what the other platforms are saying. We got Squirrely being a smart ass to you there on Rumble. It's Brandon, right?
Keep getting pushed to the side. You know how it is.
Took me a minute to remember. That's what I thought. Yeah, you got Brandon Mitchell being a smartass on Rumble. Better than being a dumbass. So we still got when I leave, we still got a 50 minute drive. Drop my trash off.
Famously, still here.
I ain't played poker in a while. Is anybody still playing poker? I haven't even seen anybody in the Discord.
Famously, where are you? Famously, beat you.
Oh, it was last Friday? Fuck. Really? Who told you that? About that? Ooh, tater tot casserole. That sounds good.
Got a smell house coming up. It should be closed, but we shall see.
I don't see any trash cans, so we'll haul it and dump it in our house. It was trash day today, so I'll have an empty can in my front yard. All right. No food in the beard. Let's get rolling. Did Great Lakes tell you about it, or how'd you hear about it? get rolling here. Woodville and Prentice. It's about where it was last time, right there by the big boy, right? That's the last one that they had out there. I recorded. That's Wood County doing it, right? Using Lucas County's equipment. Hey, babe.
What are you doing?
I was just eating.
Oh, I wonder why you were just chilling in Fremont.
Are you checking on me?
Yeah, see where you were at.
Yeah, I'm in the parking lot of Walmart here by the McDonald's. I wanted to try that chicken Big Mac before they went away.
Oh, gotcha.
Nothing special.
No.
No. Missed checkpoint Friday.
Oh, yeah.
How you feeling?
Like garbage.
All right, I'm streaming, by the way.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm getting ready. I just finished eating, so ready to start heading home. Jump on the turnpike. About 50 minutes away.
Alrighty.
You gonna make it? Or are you gonna be in bed?
I don't know. I feel like shit.
All right, baby. Well, if you're not, good night. If you are, I'll see you when I get home.
Alright, babes.
Eggsy says hi.
Oh, hi. Alright, sound like shit.
Yeah, you do sound like shit. You don't look bad, but you sound like shit.
Oh, I feel like
Verklempt?
awful. Yeah. I feel like clammy and shit.
Yeah. Go to bed.
Yeah, I probably should.
Yeah. Drink some water. Go to bed. You take your medicine yet?
Yeah, I got some at Walmart.
No,
I
I mean
some soup.
You're sleeping.
Oh, like my sleepy meds? No, not yet.
All right. Go take it.
Alrighty.
All right. Love you. I'm on my way. 50 minutes, so it says 8:50. It's 8 o'clock now.
All right.
All right. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
I told you said hi. I gotta get Callahan back up on the phone here. Yeah, she's cool. One of these times she's gonna go out with us. Mariana 001 commented. Oh, is Sasquatch streaming with the wifey? Oh no, and Ajat? Yeah. So is Ajat?
Over the Democratic bullshit, but I'm 1,000% going to hell after what the hell just happened. I made a whole ass out of myself. Let me tell y'all a little story. I'm out on tour this weekend. I got Arkansas tonight and Indiana tomorrow. I had to go by Walmart and go grab a few things before I go to the venue. Okay, I walked in Walmart and I immediately saw one of them.
One of them. What do you think he's talking about?
Some chick with blue hair and a mask. Say I'm wrong.
Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in.
Saw a liberal in the wild. Okay, crikey, I saw one. I could tell. Okay, and there's this whole movement going on all around the nation right now about women who think that just because Trump's getting back in office, they're going to take their rights away and all this type of bullshit. So there's a movement going on right now where a lot of women are shaving their heads and pledging not to have sex for 4 years. Do what the fuck you want, boo boo. But
So, do you know what that movement's called?
B4? 4B. The 4B
The
movement.
4B
right?
movement.
Right. It's derived from Korean.
Last time, what? I was by myself. What are you talking about?
I have a new sense of pride about me. Election happened, where I feel like shit's gonna start getting a little bit better. I need to know things. All right. I don't have that bone or whatever mental thing is supposed to have to keep.
Talking about, I was by myself. It's just being in Great Lakes, and well, Great Lakes told me about it, but you weren't even in town. They have no checkpoint when you guys were here. Oh, okay. See, what Mark Levin has to say.
Its trade relationship with Beijing that would roll back a nearly 25-year-old decision that helped bring about China's rapid economic growth that many in Washington now see as hurting U.S. interests. News and analysis at
Okay.
townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters.
It's okay. You can live in your own world, homie. I'd love to be able to do one with you guys. No, that would be great. To get multiple angles and shit. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I'm gonna stop at the gas station first. The Walmart gas station. Murphy, USA. You could win up to 100 times your money. Actually, let's give the garbage to McDonald's since it's their garbage. Cash out if one of your picks doesn't hit. Not only that, but Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy app with injury insurance. If one of your players goes down in the first half, Prize Picks doesn't count it as a loss. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code SXM and get a little truck instantly. When you spotter truck or something. That's code SXM on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks. Run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit .com for restrictions and details.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset?
That's really shit way up there.
For almost 3 years, advocates have been purchasing life insurance policies for seniors just like you. And at advocatespays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees, no obligations. Get real value when you need advocates. Learn more at advocatespays.com.
All right, let's see how well we stay connected using the Rumble Studio Mobile. It's been working shitty as hell at in the office there.
It means a lot.
Well, it's not mobile.
To be able to send your child to school that will protect their innocence, preserve their love of God and country, and educate them. You want to have school choice available to you.
You guys were in check, though. I will say that. I do remember that.
The hidden bucket somewhere under the brick and steel of a nondescript building. We've once again made contact with our leader, Mark Levin.
I love when Mark Levin goes on his rants.
Hello, America. Mark Levin here. Our number, 877-381-3811. 877-381-3811. I'm glad to see Dr. Oz was selected by President Trump to run Medicare and Medicaid. He's a good man.
Dr. Oz, Medicare,
He's doing
Medicaid.
a fantastic job. And he's a top physician, heart surgeon.
Mhm.
And he is.
He couldn't beat
skills and communicates
stroke.
very, very well.
Stroke patient for
And I don't think he'll be
Senator.
a patsy for the government either. I just don't.
Hopefully he does a better job at that.
Al Sharpton's focused on one issue. Let's take a listen. Here he is on the Scarborough show. Cut 6, go.
But I think that what we need to do is deal with the issues that's going to impact people. I would say, I hope in your conversations, we should ask Donald Trump. You talked about black men would be with you. Where's a black man being nominated by you for your
You know, you got
half or more than half of the cabinet slots that aren't even filled yet. Now, can you count that high, Al? It's true. There's a lot of slots left, but I wonder, is there a black person that Trump would pick that would satisfy you? You attack every single conservative Republican who's black, who gets a prominent position, whether it's Clarence Thomas on the court or whomever it is, it's Tim Scott. You don't invite them to your organization. You don't treat them with respect. So let's stop playing games. The truth is, Al, that there's not a single black person Trump would pick to advance his policies and institute his promises that you would support, period. In fact, typically the left would start calling them names. And I could bring Tim Scott on here. He would explain it better than I can. And he's not the only one. And how they're treated by the left, whether they be black, white, or in between. So I would ask this, Al Sharpton, if Donald Trump does nominate
I don't know if he's still here
a
or not.
black person who's conservative to a cabinet position, will you endorse that person? It depends what they stand on. Exactly. But that's not what you're saying here. You didn't say, where's the black man being nominated? Excuse me, you said, where's the black man being nominated? You didn't say, where's the black liberal man being nominated? You said, where's the black man being nominated? And I'm saying right now, should Donald Trump do that? I don't think he will. Should Donald Trump do that? Al Sharpton's not going to run and endorse the person
Well, Ben Carson.
because they're black.
Isn't he already
See,
nominated?
Al
Ben
Sharpton
Carson.
endorses Democrats and leftists, liberals. He's just using this as another reason to attack Trump.
I do think he's already nominated Ben
And I
Carson.
also say this, Al Sharpton. I watched John Jones at the UFC. Last time I checked, he's black. I'm watching a lot of these football players. Not all, many black, doing the Trump dance on the football field. Excuse me. I'm watching this. There's an awful lot of people who support Trump who aren't white. I'm just being honest. I think Al Sharpton's days as a effective voice, he ever was for the black community, they're over. He's a mouthpiece for the left and the Democrat Party. That's all. That's all. Everybody knows it. So he raises a question. I think I've answered it. We'll see what happens. But whomever Trump picks, a black person, Al Sharpton's not going to actually say that guy ought to be confirmed because he's black. He's going to say, what do you mean? I'm not into identity politics. That guy should not be confirmed because of his views. Okay, Al, well, which is it? Because that's not what you said here. You asked about why isn't a black person been appointed. You know what's interesting? Have I ever said on here, why hasn't a Jewish person been appointed? I'm just curious, Mr. Beers. Have I ever said that? You don't say that.
They're all Jewish.
I really don't. People, maybe I'm naive, but I don't want to be naive. I want to be honest with you as I can. I don't look at people this way. I just don't. I just don't. It's not what I do. Maybe it's the way I was raised, to treat people with respect and with equality and so forth when you're dressed. I just don't do that. I'm not counting. I don't know how many women he's appointed. I don't know how many Jews he's appointed. I don't know how many this, that, and he's appointed. We're looking at these people. I say, this is the team he wants. Let's go. So he's not gonna process this like Al Sharpton or the Democrat Party. I will say this. During his first term in office, he did more for the black community than Obama ever did in 8 years, and that Biden ever did in his whole career in the Senate. He really attacked black people for a good part of his life. He didn't do a damn thing for them as vice president. You don't have to ask me, as president, excuse me. You don't have to ask me, ask them. That's simple. But there's Al, that's all he knows. That's what he does. And I see Peggy Noonan all of a sudden. Peggy Noonan hates Trump. Peggy Noonan was very, very close to Nancy Reagan and Ronald Reagan, but she wasn't always. She had been like a writer or assistant to Dan Rather for a long time. She was not involved in Reagan's primary 80 or his 80 campaign, but she managed to get in there as a speechwriter. I prefer Peter Robinson. He was great. He's great. And I know Matt Drudge, who is a radical left-wing kook now. I don't know what happened to him, but I don't care. But he's a fraud and a phony. Loves her. Loves her. They love her over at the Wall Street Journal editorial page, which was lukewarm on Trump until near the end when they felt they had to do something. And here she is. Cut 9, go.
The Democratic Party was seen as three things, it seems to me. A, it was the party of the little guy. It was the party of the nobody. It was the party that was going to take care of people who were not protected in America. 2, it was the party of generous spending. You know, they weren't too tight with the purse strings. They thought, spend the money, we'll make it up at the end. 3, they were the anti-war party by the 60s and 70s. Joe, it seems to me they
The anti-war party would be the Vietnam War. Kennedy and Johnson, you're a little off with that. It was an element within the Democrat Party, of course. But the elected Democrat leaders, whether it was John Kennedy or Lyndon Johnson, they were the war party. Just to make the point. That's the Vietnam vets. Go ahead.
Territory to the current Republican
Nixon got us out of Vietnam.
The Trumpian Party, Republican Party, says we are the party of the little guy. We are the party of generous spending. You think you guys can spend? Hold my beer. We are the anti-war party. So, Nika, if the Democratic Party was resting on these 3 pillars, little guy, anti-war generous spending, and that's all gone. And they seem now the party of an academic administrator of Brown University, not the little guy. And they seem more activist in the world. And they are only as big spending as the Republicans. They've lost their pillars. That means they either have to rebuild those pillars.
Is there something actually profound here, Mr. Beer? Something new? And I would remind Peggy Noonan, who spent a lot of time with the Reagans, and Craig Shirley would remind her too if he were with me. And Rick Santorum would remind her too if he were with me. Ronald Reagan had a populist streak. Ronald Reagan won the vote of the union member. He won the endorsement of the Teamsters Union. Ronald Reagan won a massive popular vote, almost 60%, in every corner of the country and every grouping of American citizens that one can imagine. But he always talked about the little guy. He always talked about we the people against Washington, D.C. A forgotten people, forgotten person. In many respects, Reagan started that. I think the Union should know that. The Democrat Party's never been the party of the little person. They've claimed to be the party of the little person, the party of big government, special interests. That's what they are. That's what they've always been. That's what they'll always be. I'll be right back.
Lose everybody?
That's exactly why I started.
Forget it.
So you don't have to.
Hey, John,
Founder and CEO of Bambi.
Occasion, Callahan, those things.
Need to find a poor-performing employee who happens to now want 3 months off. Your Bambi HR manager will take care of that for you in your first week with us. You spend your time coaching your A players, I'll take care of the rest. I'm so confident that Bambi will help you focus on what you love about running your business. I'm offering a $1 trial to the service for your first month. Trust me, there are no limits to the amount of calls or questions you can give your Bambi HR manager. After your first month, just $29 a month for companies of any size, month to month, no hidden fees, cancel anytime. Get a month of Bambi for just $1. Go to Bambi.com and type Patriot under radio to schedule your first call with an HR manager right now. Go to BAMBEE.com, Patriot Radio. You're listening to We Filter Radio, and the guru of cover protection himself,
Chris Cooney is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions. Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from? Ron, you calling from Moblile? Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed. Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come
Werner.
your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system. So I didn't need to get on this ladder? Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/Patriot to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off. Thank goodness. What was that site? That's leaffilter.com/Patriot for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household. In a crisis, your #1 need is food. FEMA and Red Cross both say that having a backup supply of food on hand is essential in a crisis. We see new disasters every night continue, yet many Americans don't have enough food to outlast.
Don't pull up ahead. Slow down a
Now's
little
the
bit.
time to stock up. Right now, you can get 2
Oh, it's just the construction popo.
food kits at freefood123.com. That's right. When you buy a single 1-week survival food kit, you'll get 2 more absolutely free. No coupon codes. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Just go to freefood123.com and claim your free survival food. These are delicious, flavorful survival meals designed to last 25 years, but you have to hurry. This limited time deal ends soon and may not be back for a while. Head over to freefood123.com now to claim your 2 free survival food kits. Are you ready to experience comfort like never before? Say goodbye to discomfort and hello to all-day support with X-Chair. Chairs that are changing the way we work, live, and relax. X-Chair isn't just any office chair. They're advancing work comfort with innovative design and technological advancements. X-Chair's models include patented features like side float infinite recline for enhanced comfort and dynamic variable lumbar, which gives your lower back the support it craves. X-Chairs also have a bold design to level up the look of any workspace. Choose a model that matches the comfort level you seek and the design aesthetic you always envisioned. Here's the best part. X-Chair Cyber Sale is live now. Save 25% on X-Chair products site wide. But hurry, our best deal of the year ends soon. Upgrade your own office or shop for your hardworking family and friends this holiday season. Visit xchair.com today for 25% off. That's the letter X, chair.com. Your back will thank you.
Personal responsibility. Patriot.
Channel 125. No.
In America, these Marxist left and their media mouthpieces are very, very dangerous. I don't care what country we're talking about. They're busy trying to topple legitimate governments, smear great statesmen. Follow Caroline Glick Show on YouTube. That's spelled Caroline Glick Show on YouTube. She also writes for one of my favorite news sites, JNS. So, Caroline, welcome. And it looks like we have yet another round of an effort to destroy Benjamin Netanyahu going on in the left in Israel. Is that correct?
It's absolutely true. You're right, and thanks for their introduction. Mark, what we're seeing right now is a combination of things, but basically you see with Ukraine, you see it with the $230 million to the Palestinians, and with more sanctions on Israeli law-abiding citizens by this administration, and what they're doing in the UN, is that they're trying to make it impossible for the Trump administration to break out of the straitjacket of the failed Middle East policy that the Biden administration is pursuing for 4 years to such a disastrous end. And the key to everything from the Democrats' perspective and from the Israeli left's perspective is to oust Prime Minister Netanyahu before January 20th. And so they're working overtime with just this unbridled effort to open up crazy nut job criminal prosecutions and do all kinds of other things to take them out. And it's instructive for the incoming Trump administration as well, because the deep state in Israel and the United States are so enmeshed with one another that, you basically look at what's happening in Israel and see what awaits the Trump administration beginning January 20th. And, it's one of these things where you have these progressive leftists in all of these democracies all over in Latin America and Europe and in Israel and the United States that just have given up on democracy. And they're just progressive, they're hard leftists, and they use their bureaucratic powers. And either, we all stand together to protect our democracies, or we're all going to hang on our own. And so it's really important for Americans to be watching it.
And what? They've opened multiple new fronts. Let's get into some of this. Tell us.
So, one, they've been, Netanyahu has been on trial for 4 years for these corruption trial charges that were laughable on their face. But the purpose was never really to put him in jail, it was to force him out of office. It's just lawfare. It's not really legal. So this joke of a trial has been going on for 4 years. The prosecution finally rested in August with all of the 3 charges that they have against him in his shambles. All of their star witnesses became witnesses for the defense on the witness stand, but they won't let go of it because the whole purpose is not necessarily to end the trial, it's to prolong it and to force him into as a criminal defendant to make it impossible for him. So now, but here's the problem: we're at war, and the first witness for the defense is the Prime Minister himself. And you have about 21 hours of testimony a week over several weeks. And he said, "Look, can we postpone it for a couple of weeks? I'm the Prime Minister leading a war. Can't really take the time." And so they said, "Nope, we can't. You have to start testifying 25 hours a week, every week for the next 3 weeks, starting next month. And if you don't, then we're going to declare you unfit to leave the country." That's what they're poised to do. That's what they're teeing it all up to do. Say, he said he can't be Prime Minister and a criminal defendant at the same time, so therefore we're going to force him out of office so that he can just be a criminal defendant. And so that's what they're trying to do. They're paralyzing his office with one political investigation after another. You have people in jail now for over a month being treated like terrorists.
Now let's slow down on this. In that case, it's a media guy, right? And they're accusing him of leaking, and they threw him in prison.
No, he's a spokesperson. He's military spokesperson. Yeah, and the military is part of the general staff of the Army, which is very much on the deep state. And they've been hiding information from the Prime Minister, and you have an NCO, an intelligence, who saw this information, which was absolutely necessary for the Prime Minister to see, relevant to the plight of the hostages. So he contacted the military spokesman and said, "Here, can you, these are documents." And so they published them in Bild, a German newspaper, which showed that the Hamas leadership's internal documents said they didn't want to have a deal. They were using the hostages in order to destabilize the government. That's it. They're not going to let anybody out. And so it was published, and the deep state went wild, and they have the MCO and the spokesman being treated like terrorists already for a month. I think they've been in and denied counsel. They've not been allowed to meet with their attorneys. They're being held in solitary and just being treated like terrorists. And
let me ask you something. Who is locking up the military, the civilian side? Can't see lawyers. Who's doing this?
State prosecution and our version of the, sort of the FBI publishing that. And it's very frightening. And the weird thing is that they don't even have the media. The media was drumming it up initially, but when the details of the case started coming out, and it was so obvious this was a political pursuit and not a criminal one, even some of the hardest leftists in the media started turning against them, saying, "Why are we in jail?" And they don't care. They're like, they're out of control. They're not even thinking about the fact that the public is completely aghast at what's happening. They don't don't have anybody supporting them. And they're just continuing to pursue this because they're in for an inch, they're in for a mile, and it's scary. And then they have these frivolous investigations of some of the chief of staff of the prime minister and his media advisor, and it's all trying to force people to, I don't know, turn on the prime minister, but they don't have anything to say against him. Just like with the case with all three charges that he's under trial for. I mean, they've got nothing, but they don't care. And now they're actually totally just in a state of panic because they know that if Prime Minister Netanyahu and President Trump are in office together, then they're done. And so in the United States, their counterparts in the various organs of government are very intent on seeing this happen. I mean, I heard Douglas Murray on Fox News a couple of weeks ago said that if the Biden administration had spent the trying to overthrow the Prime Minister of Netanyahu and trying to overthrow the regime in Iran, they would have been out for years.
I think you heard that Sunday on my show. All right, Carolyn, hold on. I want to get into more of this. This is outrageous. What they're doing to Netanyahu. I mean, the links between our State Department and what goes on over there, unbelievable. We'll be right back.
Are you working out, eating healthy, doing all the right things, but still not seeing the right result? Well, it could all be down to your metabolism. But now, there's a way of understanding how your nutrition and lifestyle fit into the bigger picture. Learn how your body shifts from burning carbs to burning fat for energy with Lumen. Go to lumen.me right now for 30% off. Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It takes just a single breath first thing in the morning, and Lumen immediately analyzes your metabolism, telling you if you're burning fat or carbs, and gives you tailored guidance to improve nutrition, workouts, sleep, and stress management. There's no one-size-fits-all solution. Get something tailored to your body's needs with Lumen. Go to lumen.me today and get 30% off. Plus, listeners can get an additional 15% off by using
I think he's back over at Ajon Stream.
Patriot at lumen.me to get an additional 15% off your first purchase today. LUMEN.ME, promo code Patriot.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day. Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing. He was very lethargic and not moving around. Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food. Make it wholesome ingredients, like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding. She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago. She's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty. Save up to 54% off Nature's Blend and get a free bag of cod Crispies. They're wild caught, ultra crunchy cod skin treats. Go to drmarty.com/Patriot. Text Patriot to 511-511. Text Patriot to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Decision-maker rates may apply.
FBI issues warning China has successfully gained access to U.S. energy companies, telecommunications, and water plants, meaning you and your family are in critical danger of random blackouts. Are you ready? Fort Patriots has you covered with a powerful solar generator that is safe enough to use inside and never needs gas. Ever. People use their solar generators to power big appliances like their fridge. For days, Kevin M. from Savannah said, I ran 2 refrigerators and 2 freezers. Angel H. from Texas said, it's a lifesaver. Bell said, not only is the generator great, the customer service is fantastic. Why use unsafe gas generators and breathe toxic fumes? Play it safe with the Patriot Power Solar Generator 2000X by Ford Patriots. This best-selling generator was sold out before, so don't wait when you may find yourself in the dark during a dangerous blackout. Go to getsolar2.com. That's getsolar2.com. Claim a free solar panel and free gifts. Go to getsolar2.com now. No products are available in all 50 states. Compounded products are not FDA approved or verified for safety and efficacy or quality. Company and scented or compounded prescription required. Restrictions apply. See website for full details. Why try HIMS for weight loss? If you're interested in personalized prescription options, including Ozempic, Wegovy, oral medications, and compounded GLP-1 injections, and support to see real results, you might like it. Why try HIMS to regrow hair? With a range of treatment options made with clinically proven.
Driving down the road with this fucking bright side.
For thicker in 3 to 6 months. Sound good? I like it. Why try Hims for ED? If you've been looking for access to doctor-trusted treatments like Viagra and Cialis, and their more affordable generic counterparts, you and your partner might like it. The Hims process is simple, 100% online, and treatments are shipped free to your door in discreet packaging if prescribed. What's not to like? To save big on weight loss, hair loss, and ED solutions, get started today at Hims.com. That's Hims.com.
Attention, if you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down, sending out heart-stopping collection letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. They'll fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation. Call 800-611-8892. 800-611-8892. 800-611-8892. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
School choice.
Freedom of speech. Conservative principles live here. We are Sirius XM Patriots, Channel 125. The Michael Ben Show. Michael Ben, thunder on the right. Calling now, 877-381-3811.
We're here with our friend Carolyn Glick. You can find her on the Carolyn Glick Show on YouTube and also on JNS, one of my favorite news sites. And she's telling us what's going on in the state of Israel and how the left there and the bureaucracy there and, like our intelligence and some of our military assets in our country are trying to destroy Donald Trump. They're definitely taking their third or fourth whack at the Prime Minister of Israel, Netanyahu. It's really sick. And but the coordination is obvious, isn't it, Carolyn? I mean, now we have a UN vote coming up tomorrow. The United States is sitting on the fence. It's another anti-Israel vote. They've been withholding weapons. You point out, we've never seen this before, where another country, the United States, is projecting sanctions on citizens of Israel just because they support, Judea and Samaria and other things that this administration doesn't support. It's clearly coordinated, don't you think?
I think so. I mean, you had the protesters or rioters at the Hart Senate building in Washington today, working hand in glove with Senators Merkley and Holland and Sanders, all calling for an arms embargo against Israel. And there is already a very significant partial arms embargo on Israel that's making it difficult to prosecute the war industry. Because of the constraints on arms.
About 20 minutes from home.
On Israel and a lot of other constraints that they place on Israel that intentionally to subvert the war effort. And so that's bad enough. But yeah, I mean, we also saw the collusion between these rioters. They tried to kill the prime minister by throwing incendiary devices at his house in Caesarea. Like last week on Saturday night, and there was another attempt to do that in his apartment in Jerusalem the week before, and it's very frightening. And then, you had Tony Blinken, right?
Did it shut off?
Many visits to Israel, several of his visits to Israel. He met with the leaders of these riots.
I think there is.
Trying to help the government from power. He had his motorcade, just by chance, drive through their protests, and then he got out and spoke and everything. And this was an open demonstration calling for the overthrow of the government. And there's a Secretary of State just passing by. And so, I mean, those are just things that you see, and the things that you don't see are, of course, much bigger. I'm sure that if we had the visitor log, at the State Department and the White House, we discover lots of interesting things. But there's an enmeshment of the two deep states in the United States and in Israel.
Is it working?
And you see it all over the place. And so that's why the whole thing
Well, it's working on
president is like Trump.
my backup phone. I'm watching it.
Like fans and a lot of members of their team, they don't want, they make sure they don't want to have never-ending wars. The United States is involved in the Middle East. And the way to extricate the United States from these sorts of things is to stand by Israel and support us as we move towards absolute victory against Hamas. You're
probably looking at the wrong one. I went to start one and it failed. Look at the newer one.
Couple of decades if I ran on the ride with the support of the Democrats. So, what they're trying to do is block that. And if Israel thinks it's war,
Liar. I just texted at it, dude. Look at the screen.
Of course, it's the operating in the region is going to be vastly diminished. You have your ally that's found in 22.
Yeah, you were looking at the one the upcoming one that never started.
Where the objective that the incoming Trump administration has set for itself is entirely wrapped up in.
I haven't been able to take it down yet. That's how I get stopped.
He's for the job, and he doesn't have any easy replacement.
Yeah, it doesn't matter either way.
And two, that he is able to complete the mission of winning this war. And when that happens, the United States is in a completely different strategic reality in the Middle East that's stable, and that doesn't require it to keep putting forces in there all the time, trying to keep the peace. I mean, that's really the truth. So
let me ask you this before we go here. But Netanyahu is very, very popular right now in Israel, isn't he?
He's more popular than he's been in a long, long time. And the weird thing, and the reason why you see how desperate the effort to oust him is, the more that they do it, the more popular he is. Each week he's rising in the polls by another Knesset seat and another Knesset seat and another Knesset seat. I mean, he's like bigger than twice the second largest party. That's what I'm saying. They're not for democracy. They need to destroy democracy in order to retain their power and privilege, and that's what's so distressing. And obviously you experience it here also.
So people want to keep following you and following this. Where do they go?
Well, they can follow me at Twitter. It's just, my name, my handle, and they can follow me at my show, which is three days a week, Carolyn Flynn Show, on YouTube and all the other, Spotify, all of them. They want to listen. And they can read me in JNS on my website, which I do have to update, carolynflynn.com. And whenever you have me over there, you're the mental.
There you go. Well, we love to have you on.
Every
now and then when somebody contacts me, I'm in a bad mood. Unfortunately, she contacted me. I was in a bad mood. It just depends on what's going on. But anyway, thank you. We love having you.
In Israel, anytime you want an update, I'm your gal.
You got it. That's our gal Carol in America. Here she is. God bless you, my friend, and hang in there.
Thanks.
All right. You take care. She's the best. She's really brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And she keeps track of these things. Born in America. She's in Israel. She's able to see what's happening in both countries. Put it together. And she's right. The radical, Marxist, Islamist left in our country is an alliance with a radical Marxist, Islamist, believe it or not, Jewish state left in Israel. And a lot of the Democrat Party oligarchs, the Soros types and so forth, they fund organizations. They try to undermine the confidence, if not overthrow, conservative Republican governments like Trump. At the same time, organizations, some of them with Jewish faces and Jewish names like J Street and so forth, they try to do exactly the same thing in Israel to Netanyahu. And many of you are sitting here, you say, why would they try to knock out Netanyahu to the guy is a warrior? He's leading them to victory because it's the left.
Yeah, I was in Great Springs.
Their power, their ideology.
I just had to take some measurements and fix a couple cameras. Wasn't out there long, so not a super late night. Go home.
And that's the truth.
Smoke a little vitamin C.
Enormous amounts of ammunition and weaponry.
Little cannabis. Go night-night.
Ukraine just gave $230 million to the Palestinians. while withholding monies from Israel. It's given estimates anywhere from $100 to $200 billion to Iran while withholding resources from Israel, because Israel's trying to win their war. Now, just so you know, the UN Security Council sent a vote on anti-Israel security policy tomorrow. 10-8. And the Biden-Harris administration has not confirmed an unequivocal veto, that is a block, this anti-Israel resolution. Now, you know the countries that are at the UN, right? Genocidal nut jobs who are slaughtering people as I speak. Slaughtering people as I speak. So there was an exchange at the State Department with the spokesman.
Okay, vitamin THC.
Question from the reporter's final question. There was a meeting this morning completely behind closed doors at the UN Security Council regarding the Gaza ceasefire and hostage release resolution. The U.S. appears to be pressuring the E-10 to remove or to change some of the text in there. Can you give some information, some clarification as to what exactly the U.S. is pressing for right now in terms of the text that needs to be changed? Miller, I don't think it'd be appropriate for me to do so.
Who are you playing this week?
But a potential resolution. But at this point, we should keep those conversations private. Unbelievable. Now, with the change in administrations, you're going to have Donald Trump, who supports Israel and opposes terrorist regimes. You're going to have a UN ambassador, at least Stefanik, who will defend the United States and obviously the state of Israel. We got to get Pete Hegseth in as Secretary of Defense, who will defend the United States as well as the state of Israel. You've got Mike Waltz. It's going to be the UN.
Vitamin K, what?
It's going to be the Security Council advisor.
Ketamine?
The president, another pro-American, pro-Israel guy. And so you're going to have an ambassador, Mike Huckabee, again, is going to be pro-United States, pro-Israel. You're going to see a complete change. The complete change in the makeup of an administration. This election was crucial. With an administration that is filled with special pleaders for the terrorists in the Middle East. I'm not candy coating anything here. Special pleader for the Jew haters and the anti-Semites. Special pleader for the Iranian genocidal regime. They're all in the State Department. They're in the Defense Department, and their whole.
I'll make for some good dreams, that's for sure.
Apparatus, and it goes all the way to the top of the Oval Office.
Don't fall in that K-hole.
That fraud, phony, fake. He's in on it. He's in on it. That will all change, thank God. But they're trying to do as much damage as they can before they leave. And by the way, not just here, with the environment. Chuck Schumer now is rushing through 30 federal judges. 30. The most radical kind you can imagine. And some of these Republicans, they don't even have the wisdom, the smarts, the self-defense mechanisms that stay in the Senate when these votes are being taken. So he's going to put through these radical maniacs as federal judges as fast as they can on the way out the door. But they preach democracy. This isn't democracy. This is tyranny. Tyranny. The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, an organization that I truly admire, wishes you a blessed Thanksgiving as you gather your families, grateful for the blessings that God has given us all. We're all going to have, I believe, a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I can say I haven't had very good experiences with it.
That's thanks to you.
Tennessee good for you, though. Yeah.
Turkey, the stuffing, and all the rest of it.
Get your nanners.
The people in your family who did the right thing, you all thank each other. You made this possible. Fantastic Thanksgiving. But let's also remember those who are facing unbelievable, unimaginable hardship, need of food, fellowship, and hope in the Holy Land.
Oh, shit.
They're under attack by the terrorists. They're under attack by our own administration. Their economy is deeply hurting. They have to spend enormous resources on armaments.
10 minutes left, guys. 10 minutes.
Are broken up. They have to send their men and women off to war. People of Israel are threatened daily by these attacks from enemies on all sides. And during these hard times, Israelis are thankful to you, the International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, for food and basic assistance.
That's the thing I don't like about that. No nanners. I love bananas.
People in the Holy Land, the Jewish people, I want to thank you all, Christian, Jew, non-denominational. You're really, it's very, very special. I want to thank you. God bless you. Please call 844-866-IFCJ, International Fellowship of Christians and Jews. 844-866-IFCJ. Please make your tax-deductible gift today for Thanksgiving. These people will have some food. That's 844-866-IFCJ, 844-866-IFCJ. The tax-deductible gift will go to feeding these people immediately.
Any new cars?
I'll be right back, and God bless you.
Ooh. Nice F-150 there.
When you're hiring for your business, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy.
Guy just flashed his lights at me.
What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
What?
Escape rooms? Elementary.
Monkey butt?
And some of the covers would be
You got maple donuts, you fucker. Dude, those sound awesome right now.
To make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/news. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Simple. So, see what the world is like when ZipRecruiter does the hard work of
Actually had one yesterday for
Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/news.
breakfast.
Try ZipRecruiter for free.
Was it yesterday? One day this week. Well, it had to be yesterday. Today's Tuesday.
ZipRecruiter.com/news.
Hello, everyone. Todd Rapey here from Wealth Builders Institute. I'm going to be quick and ask you a few questions. Do you have more money today than you did last year? If not, do you have a plan to make more money? And I mean right now, because the clock is ticking and prices keep going up. You're not alone if you don't, but I have a solution that you can do from home. You've heard my ads about learning to day trade stock options. That's all I do.
Yeah, they had them at that Michael's place in the same building where my office is. I said, "Ooh, are those maple donuts?" They're like, "Yep." I'm like, "I'll take one and a coffee."
Want to find out how? Call now and I'll send my $500 options.
Maple donut with some milk would be great right now.
Look, I've been following the same method for 25 years, and I don't care if the market goes up, down, or sideways. So call 800-881-5252 now to get your free video lesson, and I'll even include a copy of my book, Get Paid, Learn to Trade. 800-881-5252. 800-881-5252. That's 800-881-5252. Even if you think it's a bit overhyped, AI is suddenly everywhere. From self-driving cars to molecular medicine to business efficiency. If it's not in your industry yet, it's coming fast. But AI needs a lot of speed and computing power, so how do you compete without costs spiraling out of control? Time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud. Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. OCI is a blazing fast and secure platform for your infrastructure, database.
Is it JC17?
All your AI and machine learning work.
Roman numerals?
OCI costs 50% less for computing and 80% less for networking, so you're saving a pile of money.
Thousands of businesses have already upgraded to OCI, including MGM Resorts.
There's a little fog up ahead.
Fireworks AI. Right now, Oracle is offering to cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to OCI. For new U.S. customers with a minimum financial commitment. Offer ends December 31st, 2024. See if your company qualifies for this special offer at oracle.com/Patriot. That's oracle.com/Patriot. Americans love
slimy and mushy. They get moist. That's gross. Oh yeah.
Allowing them to use untested payment networks that jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate megastores will make more money, and you pay the price.
A little fog here.
Guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Delights their arms.
Religious freedom.
Conservative principles live here. We are Sirius XM Patriot, Channel 125.
Patriot.
I want to thank all you folks for number one on cable, news cable, Saturday night, primetime night. We were number one Sunday night, primetime night, I should say, cable. We crushed, what is it, CNN and MSNBC. You can combine them, and we quadrupled them, or maybe 5 times on both nights. And Sunday night, we're smack into the teeth of Sunday Night Football. It starts at 8:20, obviously. My show is 8 to 9. So I want to thank you all for doing it. You notice the trades don't publish this Christmas. Nobody says a damn thing. Have you noticed that? If we were dying on the vine, they would look at that. They're dying. Talk radio dying. Look at that. It's almost every weekend. Almost every weekend. And that's because of you. And I want to thank you folks. You see what the Federal Reserve did a couple of days after President Trump's victory. It lowered interest rates by a quarter. That will have no impact on the economy. No, it's not enough. Now, you know why they did it? Because they're worried about the economy. In fact, I'm worried about the economy. More jobs should have been created. Growth is not taking place in any significant way. Interest, it is. Inflation has actually
You should be fine.
Well, look at the prices at the food store, at the pump.
May get a little yeast infection or something. You'll be fine.
Urging everyone to look at diversification and consider gold.
It's getting
It's one of
foggy.
your financial shields. That's what I do. Gold has weathered every kind of economic downturn throughout mankind. And you should call Advantage Gold. They're my gold company. They're the ones I've sold.
Oh, God.
Outstanding. That's Advantage Gold. They're there right now. 800, 900, 8,000. Don't be scared. Be strong. You can do this. 800, 900, 8,000. Get a free gold investment kit to see how you can get started with gold. I recommend Advantage Gold to anyone who's serious about this.
Oh, good things.
800, 900, 8,000. If your free gold investment kit is definitely worth taking a look at. And you can even qualify for up to $1,000 in free silver.
Oh, let's see if she checked the mail. Oh, look, my trash can's knocked over. Isn't that nice? She already got the mail. I love it. Knocked over trash can.
I don't know how they make themselves, we make ourselves relevant again because we
Hey, Tiff. Good timing. Thanks for popping in. I'm almost gone. Backing into the driveway.
Let me educate you on a right now. Let me educate you. Almost 30% of the news in conservative radio, this show, you do 30 second, 20 second snippets. How do you, Barnacle, and that whole group that surrounds you, is you don't do it. You don't do information. You don't do opinion.
Turn the camera around.
Lather out incoherently with the same
Later, everybody. I'll be back on in the morning. We'll start with the driving channel, and I'll try once again to make this work at at work and maybe using a different OBS. So Gimbal Studio has not been doing well lately. The mobile did pretty good after the first failure. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Hi, I'm Alan Jones, founder and CEO of Bambi. I created Bambi so small business owners
Guys, have a good night.
control of their business. Need to fire a poor performing
Love you.
employee who happens to now